I got word that the Grammys, like the list, finally dropped, and I couldn't be more excited. I got a feeling that Clips is going to be on the, because I'm focused on the hip hop side, right? I'm thinking that Clips is going to be on the list. They're probably going to try and throw Tyler in there. They're probably going to try and keep that beef going between Kendrick and Drake. So both of their albums are going to be on there. I don't know if Drake dropped an album, actually. I don't think Drake dropped an album, but he's going to be on there in some capacity. JID would probably also be on there because they're focused mostly on like that part of hip hop. For record of the year, ooh, Bad Bunny, okay, Sabrina Carpenter, Doechii, Billie Eilish, Lady Gaga, Kendrick, told you Kendrick's on there, Chappell Rowan, and Rose and Bruno Mars. I don't know who Rose is, but I'm sure they're fire. I know about this one. This is a great track. That track is fire. I know Sabrina Carpenter is she's popular, but like not popular with me. I think I gotta just check out most of her music. I don't think Anxiety is gonna win. I don't see a reason for it to be there, if I'm being honest. Luther, great track. Lady Gaga's back on the list. Okay, shout out Lady Gaga. I don't know if Billie Eilish would win this. I think realistically it's gonna be between Bad Bunny, Kendrick Lamar, and Chappell Rowan. Those are like the three biggest artists in the world. For album of the year, we've got Bad Bunny, Debbie Mas Fotos. I don't speak too much Spanish. Ooh, Clips. There we go. Clips. Back on top. Justin Bieber with Swag. I heard it was a good album. I listened to a few tracks from it, but it wasn't crazy to me. Like it fell out of my rotation after maybe 2 listens of each track. I thought it was a good album, but it wasn't mind-blowing, which I think for this Grammys, we need kind of mind-blowing scenes, you know? Sabrina Carpenter, once again, I know she's popular, but I don't know if she's gonna win. Mutt was a great album. GNX was a fun album, but it wasn't like conceptually the best album ever. Chromacopia is also on there. That would be cool if it won. But I think Bad Bunny's gonna win this, especially considering optics. Like if we're considering optics of everything, right? Bad Bunny, not only is he performing at the Super Bowl, he's also got the Latin influence, which is very important right now. To be honest, we all need a little bit of Latin spice in our life, right? I think Bad Bunny is definitely gonna get album of the year, without a doubt. If it's not Bad Bunny, for some reason, they're gonna give it to Tyler. I want them to give it to Clips. I really want them to give it to Clips, but I think they're gonna give it to Tyler, if anybody. Song of the year, Abracadabra, Anxiety. At this point, so basically the same ones as record of the year? Am I bugging, or is this the same list? Oh, no, Golden is on it. I hope Golden gets it. Golden was a great track from K-Pop Demon Hunters. Love that movie. So much, in fact, that I labeled my group chat with my friends Huntrix because it's fire. Best new artist, who do we got? Olivia Dean. She's got solid tracks. Hold on. Yeah, Olivia Dean's got solid tracks, man. Let me see. Cat's Eye, heard a lot of great stuff about her. The Marias. Oh my God, the Marias, bro. The Marias, I think should win it. I love me some Somber. I love Leon Thomas. I think Alex Warren and Lola Young are great acts, but I think the Marias should win it because we don't have that sound as prominent nowadays. And it's such a unique, cultivated sound. The Marias got it. Personally, I'm rooting for the Marias, but I think Leon Thomas is gonna get it because he's overdue for some flowers, you know what I mean? Producer of the year. Oh God, I thought they gave DJ Mustard a different nickname, bro. They said Dijon. I was like, okay, all right, Dijon, Big Mustard. Dan Auerbach, don't know. I can't tell you. Circuit, I don't know who that is though, but I know Abracadabra, that's a good track. Blake Mills and Soundwave. Oh, Soundwave for GNX. Realistically, it's gonna be Dan. I'm looking at all these production joints, and the first one I see is Leon Bridges. Even if he's just a feature, you got Moonrisers, Robert Finley, dog. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Dan. And if it's not Dan, they're gonna throw it at Soundwave. Songwriter of the year, Jesus Christ. Tobias Yeso Jr. Or is it Yeso? I don't know. Amy Allen, Bruno Mars, Rose, Tate McRae, Sabrina Carpenter. Oh, Amy might have it. Amy might have it. I need to like start writing these down. It'll be on YouTube. Amy's got it. I don't care about anybody else. Amy's got that one. Pop and dance. Damn. Sabrina's in a lot of nominations, dude. Dog. Sabrina's got it. Maybe I should reevaluate a little bit because she's popped up like 4 or 5 times so far. Or maybe this just wasn't a big year for music, which I thought it was personally. Like there's only maybe 4 people that keep popping up consistently. Lola Young is the only person who hasn't popped up like 4 times. Best pop duo performance. Okay, we're getting some of the Wicked stuff. Golden, once again, love that song, hope it gets it. Cat's Eye, that'd be fun. Rose, they need to get Rose and Bruno Mars out of here. They're not gonna win this. And you know what? If they do win, I will eat a pepper on stream. Swear to God. There's no way that Rose and Bruno Mars are winning best pop duo performance when you've got Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, Huntrix, Cat's Eye, and SZA and Kendrick Lamar on the same track. There is no, on the same category. There's no way they're winning. There's zero chance. I'm sorry. Best pop vocal album. Ooh, Miley Cyrus did come out with something. But if we're gonna be real, it's probably gonna be Sabrina Carpenter. She's popped up once again. I'm thinking Sabrina's sweeping all the mainstream stuff. Sabrina might be sweeping all the mainstream stuff. They might throw out like a pity one to a hip hop artist or something like that, but I'm gonna come back up to the best dance and electronic recording. But first I gotta check out hip hop because I am a very hip hop person. Why'd they just throw R&B, rap, and spoken word poetry all in the same thing? That's that's problematic. Best rap performance. You got Outside, Cardi B, Chains and Whips, Clips, Anxiety by Doechii, TV Off, and Darling, Tyler. Man, I really... Doechii, Anxiety is not a rap performance. It's not rap. She's singing a wonderful song, singing it well, don't get me wrong, but it's not a rap performance. I don't know why it's under rap, but sure, you know, if we're gonna add it in there, I'm gonna go for either Clips or Kendrick. And I'm only going Kendrick just because, like, I think the Grammys are trying to be petty and then hover that over Drake's head. You know what I mean? Best melodic rap performance. You've got Proud of Me by Friday featuring Meek Mill, Wholeheartedly, JID featuring Ty Dolla $ign, Luther, Kendrick, SZA, We Maj. Sure. Somebody Loves Me, Party Next Door, and Drake. This isn't a competition. It's gonna be Luther. Best rap song. Ooh, best rap song. I think it's going to Clips. It's gotta go to Clips. Unless they're saying, man, they put Anxiety on a few things. Maybe I'm not listening to it properly. Maybe I didn't listen to the full song. Let me double check myself. Let me make sure I got it right. Okay, so far, maybe melodic rap, but it's definitely more sing-songy rather than just straight up rapping.
Solo, no mojo.
Ooh.
I bounce back, no pogo.
I was wrong. Nah, that's my bad. I was wrong. Run it back.
Unhappy.
Apologies, Doechii. I was unfamiliar. Then if we're just going by numbers, Anxiety is definitely gonna... It's up there. If we're just going by numbers, it would be TV Off and Anxiety. Birds Don't Sing, I think, is the best track out of here, but it would be between Anxiety and TV Off if we're just going by numbers. Best rap album, let me see. Let God Sort 'Em Out, Glorious. Glorilla shouldn't even be on this list, if I'm being honest. I think it was a great album. Don't get me wrong. I think it was a good album, but comparing it to 3 out of the 5 albums here, I don't know. God Does Like Ugly, I thought it was a good album, but it just it fell a little flat for me. And I think that's especially because I had like high expectations for JID. You know, just like all of his previous projects kind of blew me out the water. But yeah. GNX, once again, fun project, not too much of a concept, which is what he's really known for, and that's okay. Chromacopia, Tyler the Creator, really good project, honestly. I don't know how it's gonna fare. I'm really hoping that Clips gets their final flowers, but best R&B song. I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one because the best R&B song, if we're being real, Folded went crazy. If we're just talking numbers, right? If we're just talking numbers, Folded went crazy. Heart of a Woman also went crazy. It Depends. I don't know how that one did. I don't really listen to Chris Brown like that, but I heard a bit of the track. It's a good track. It's classic. It's classic Chris Brown. Overqualified is a phenomenal track, and Yes It Is also a phenomenal track, and both of those went crazy. This is probably the toughest category I've seen so far. If I'm combining the quality of the song and the numbers that it did, then it's gonna go to Yes It Is. But this is a toss-up. It could go to anybody. Best progressive R&B album. Man, this is tough. I'm gonna be honest. I was kind of expecting Jameson to be in like the progressive R&B category, but I think that's okay. He's a lot of dance music. Duran Bernard, I would love if he got it. By Law is a heavy hitter and a half. Love on Digital, Access in All Areas, Come As You Are. It's between three. It's between three of them. I personally think it's between Duran Bernard, By Law, and Terrence Martin and Kenyon Dixon. If I'm being real, I would want Duran Bernard to win, but I'm okay if any three of those win. This is a tough year for R&B. This is a really tough year for R&B. You got Coco Jones in the best R&B album? Yeah, that album was phenomenal. I did not listen to Ladisi though. The Crown, I'm gonna have to add that to my stuff. Beloved was a toxic album. Great time. It was a great time. Mutt, we all know at this point, it's 2020's R&B royalty. Mutt was that track, dude. It was that track, that album. There were no skips. The Escape Room, I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was great. I don't think it has the pull behind it though. I don't think it realistically has the pull behind it. And that's the only thing that the Grammys really care about. Coco Jones, great album. Yeah, I think it's really between Beloved and Mutt, if we're being honest. Whenever I see one of the titles like not bowled out like the rest of them, that strikes me as, okay, you're not gonna take this person seriously since you didn't want to bold out their name. But yeah, dude, look, this is a really, really tough year for R&B and rap. I still think the Marias should get the Best New Artist title, but we'll see. Electronic Dance, no, I was looking for Jameson. Oh, hey, Kate Trinata. I was looking for Jameson, but I do not see him. Well, FKA Twigs, Fred again, Pink Panthers, hold on. Who's the best? FU Skrillex. You think you're Andy Warhol, but you're not. It is by Skrillex. That's hardcore. I want FKA Twigs to win this category. I really want her to win. But what if Rufus Du Sol wins? Come From Behind victory. This is kind of a tough year. I think they did decent with picks. Of course, the rap category could always, use some work, but I think they did decent with picks, man. Yesterday, we got a chance to go over all of the Grammy nominations, my personal takes on them, but honestly, I didn't remember a half of the people in the list. I hadn't listened to half of the songs. I was listening to them just not on my radar. But today I'd like to go over what other news articles have on this, right? Like who do they think is gonna win? Because me personally, I'm thinking Doechii, Leon Thomas are gonna sweep. Bad Bunny is probably gonna sweep, so he can make a fire speech. I'm thinking it's not gonna be close for a lot of these. We got this joint. I decided to go to Bizarre since everybody's going to Variety. For Best New Artist, they got Raven Lenae. She's fire. Who is she going up against? Addison Rae, Olivia Dean, Pink Panthers, Cat's Eye, Somber. Okay, so they're I don't think anybody except for Pink Panthers has a shot in this. And I only think Pink Panthers has a shot simply due to the fact that she has the young crowd, right? I think that's the only reason she might have a shot. There are mad ads on this page. God damn, dog. You got an ad here. What are we doing? Playing whack-a-mole? Song of the year. Man, nah, these people are BSing. Hold up. I see why nobody came to Bizarre, because they're doing unbiased joints. We need biasness. We need biasness. Hold on. Let me see. Newsweek, Los Angeles Times. Okay. Some of these are giving unbiased predictions, but I really need I need the actual joints. Guess we're going to Variety. For Album of the Year, leading contenders. Oh, I see what they're doing. All right, so leading contenders for for album of the year, they've got Bad Bunny at number 1. I think that's accurate. I think that's very accurate. He's had a dynamite album, dynamite year, and he's gonna have a better year next year. No, I think it's his to lose. Love. Oh my God, was she on the album of the list? Album of the year? There's no way. There's no way she was on album of the year. Hold on. Was she on the list yesterday? Because Lofe is an incredible artist. For album of the year, yeah, she's not even on there. I don't know where they're getting this. I don't think this was written after the nominations came out. I think this is like a, maybe this will get in, maybe this will get in. Realistically though, they did get some of these right. Justin Bieber Swag, I actually got a chance to listen back to the project. It's not great. It was a little disappointing, and it was a lot of songs too, but it wasn't there for me. I think Yukon is a standout track, but you can't win a Grammy strictly off of vibes. I think a certain sense of musicianship has to come into it as well. I also realized I look very Hotep-esque, and I'm not a Hotep. Anyway, for Song of the Year, they had Gracie Abrams at number 1. What for Song of the Year? Is Gracie even on the list? Son, Gracie's not on the list. I don't know who Gracie is. I don't know who Gracie is, but they got that wrong. Let me see. They got most of these right though. They should have put Doechii up there with Gracie Abrams, but also that Anxiety track is fire. I was wrong yesterday. I was bugging. But Best New Artist, I don't think Leon Thomas should be there, but realistically, if you're putting Leon Thomas against everybody else in this list, it's gonna be Leon Thomas. The Marias, I still think should win, but they're doing kind of what they did with Chance the Rapper, where it was like, oh, he's only put out mixtapes for this extended period of time. Clearly, once he puts out his album, he'll be considered a new artist because it's a new studio album. I'm not really a fan of that, but I understand the strategy. He's gonna walk out of here with at least 2 Grammys. At least 2 Grammys. That's simple. That's a given. Because I really only care about the hip hop side. I'm gonna be honest, the pop side, I wasn't very familiar with a lot of the artists, a lot of the songs, but I thought it was, I thought, the category is gonna happen whether I like it or not. I just wish that they revised it a little bit, or I had a chance to listen to some of these tracks that maybe, I'm missing out on. Yukon was a great track, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's like Grammy worthy. Which, what does my opinion count for? But I don't think it was Grammy worthy, personally. But Folded had a dynamite year. Mutt had an incredible year, but once again, you're comparing for best R&B performance, you're comparing like an album cut with a live cut, and that's not even close to fair. Jimi Hendrix put out full live albums that charted better than some studio albums, strictly because they were live. This isn't a fair comparison at all, if I'm being honest. Best traditional though, because I've now listened to these tracks. I personally think they're going to give it to Leon Thomas, but I think it should go to Duran Bernard. It's either going to go to Leon Thomas or SZA, but I think it should go to Duran. Easily. Best R&B song. Yeah, Folded was great, but Overqualified is also great. And yes, it was also great. Summer Walker, I think it was a great track, but once again, you're putting up a bobcat next to a lioness. Like it's kind of a crazy comparison, if I'm being honest. It depends. I'm okay on that one. But yeah, Folded and probably yes, it is. Which, once again, I hope Leon Thomas has got his steps in because he needs some practice walking up to these goddamn stage. He's going to be up there the entire night. Yeah. Best Progressive. I think yesterday I said Bloom for Best Progressive, but after second thought, I think they're going to give it to By Law. Yeah, they're probably going to give it to By Law. In Best Rap Performance, I'm going to change my choice. I think I had TV Off for Best Rap Performance, but I think I'm going to give it to Doechii strictly based off of that video. That was insane. Like Kendrick killed it with TV Off, and it was great direction, it was great set pieces, but that music video was insane, dude. It had ballet going through it, people were coming through windows. Yeah, no, fully worth it. Best Melodic Rap Performance. Man, wait, Wholeheartedly. Do I know that track? Because I didn't get a chance to listen to that one. Play the game. Oh! I do know this track. I do know this track. No, this goes crazy. Okay, all right. So if I'm being real, that track versus maybe Luther. Yeah, because that dude can sing. I'm sorry, man. That dude can sing. Best rap song? Please give it to Clips. That song was beautiful. I don't really know why I don't like John Legend anymore, because he used to rule the entire early 2000s all the way up until like 2015. But at some point, like the mood just kind of soured around him, and I couldn't deal with it like that. So unfortunately, he's probably gonna get another Grammy, but Clips will finally get one. Shout out to Clips. Birds Don't Sing to the Moon. Best rap album? Yeah, it's going to Clips. It's either going to Clips or Tyler. There's no way. Because Glorious, it was a good project. It was fun. But you're comparing it to a conceptual piece like Chromacopia, and God Does Like Ugly. GNX was mostly... It felt like Kendrick's take on what Drake does with like playlist albums. So, you know, I think it was great. I think it had great songs, but when it goes as an album, maybe not for me. Maybe not for the Grammy choice. So yeah, I'm gonna choose Clips or Tyler. And spoken word, I don't really listen to spoken word these days. I'm gonna be honest. Unless I'm going to like a jazz bar or something, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest, the Grammys this year, I feel like it's gonna be a lot of people holding multiple trophies. Or sorry, a few people holding multiple trophies. Because you've got Clips out there, pulling in the reins. You've got Leon Thomas about to be awarded the Best New Artist, Best New Artist Award, which we all know is gonna happen. And maybe the best R&B album as well. I think it's gonna be very, very straightforward.